What's up, guys? My name is Andy Aguila, and I'm the host of Indie Heads. You came here to find out about Neon White and what I think of it, right? A game that was published by Annapurna, created by a small team called Angel Matrix. You play as an assassin voiced by Steve Bloom, aka Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. Let's just jump right into how the game plays. Okay, so the game kind of starts with a bit of exposition first and figuring out who you are, where you've been, and that you're dead. You are essentially a demon that's been sent to heaven to clear out other demons, but you're a special kind of demon. You're an assassin that's competing against other assassins for the spot at being in heaven. The game has an amnesia plot line where your character, White, is trying to figure out who they are and who they were in a past life. They run into so many different characters who happen to know them. It takes a little bit to get into it, but the game does eventually let you start playing. And it goes through tutorial stages that kind of show you the different kinds of mechanics you're going to be going through. It does it in a way where it's spaced out, like here's where you're jumping, here's where you're going to be shooting, here's the card throwing mechanic, because there are cards in the game. So getting to the tutorial is still kind of fun. The only thing that I kind of had a problem with is the repeating song that plays on every level. That was my only kind of gripe. I do enjoy it, and I think that the soundtrack composed by Machine Girl is really fun. I just would have liked a little more variety in the beginning. So after going through a couple tutorials of the game, you're going to start being introduced to the hub world and the other characters that you're meeting. It doesn't take itself very seriously at all, as like every angel looks like a cat stylistically. Even this cat that looks like Garfield with a cigar, it's very cartoony. But White is introduced to other anime-esque characters such as Neon Yellow, Neon Violet, Neon Red, and then there's Neon Green. There are the heaven dwellers who are very stuck up their nose about how things should be run and kind of dictating what you're doing and kind of making you feel like a second-class citizen. The game's story is lended to amazing voice talents.
You are my Sasuke, man. The darkness to my light.
It feels like a majority of the game segments are kind of spoken to each other, and that's great. Instead of just reading, you get to hear that kind of tone and voice.
Damn it, White. Why would you say something so lame to a girl?
I see what they're doing. There's a lot of jokes in the game that are referential to other kind of properties. There is a Naruto kind of joke where the Neon Yellow discusses how him and White are like Naruto and Sasuke, and I got that from the designs. Neon Violet is a bit of a weirdo.
Cold, hard metal in my hands. That hint of danger. Your hot breath on the back of my neck.
She's a psycho, that's her thing. She's crazy. There's Neon Red, which I think if we're going off of what Cowboy Bebop is, she is the Julia to Spike in that sense. And it kind of feels like that kind of dynamic as well. Kind of a cool, sly fox between the two of them. And I even think with Neon Green looking like Vicious, there's a lot of references to cool, fun anime in this game. So the game has puzzle platforming elements, and it is based on your time to get to the end. There are different kind of medals, bronze, silver, gold, and ace, that allow you to move on in your neon rank, which allows you to open up more levels and more missions. Also, there are gifts that you have to get, because here's the thing, there's also a bit of a dating simulator-esque kind of story play where the gifts you get are for the characters that you interact with, and giving those gifts allows for more discussion and clues to who White is and what they were and what they meant to these other people. I see how the game is meant to be played over and over, as after you try to get the speed to get the ace medal, you're going to want to come back to get the gift boxes that are littered around to complete the story. So here's the thing. Neon White is a game that is for speedrunners by people who want to speedrun. I already see how the global rankings of the actual game play out, and that you're competing against other people all the time. So the game has like this really cool internet aesthetic. It definitely feels like a game that would have come out in the 2000s, just like the numbers that are placed around, the designs of the Oni masks and everything. It's very Japanese anime. Honestly, I'm having a blast with it, and I kind of get sucked in, just like the colors, the story, the voice acting. The game's been marketed to be a game for freaks by freaks, and I definitely think that this is it. This is an internet game. It has so much humor that like leads back to online spaces. Anyways, I love this game. I think it's fun, and I think I'm gonna keep playing it and tell you what I think after.